Welcome back to the channel. As Formula Park One, we showcase amateur athletes and amateur news every day. If you're a player, coach, would like an interview, DM me for a collaboration. And if you're loving the content, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Today, we'll talk about the AP Top 25 men basketball scores last night. And yesterday, we're going to talk about the first game. Ona versus St. John, and St. John won 91 to 64 behind Ozana Sellers, who went 7 from 13 from the field, 4 from 7 from three-point line, and was perfect from the free throw line. And he finished with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. The next game we're going to talk about is Auburn versus Charlotte. And Auburn won 92 to 78 behind Keyshawn Fall, who went 5 from 9 from the field, 1 from 7 from three-point line, and 11 from 14 from the free throw line. And he finished with 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is Kansas versus NC State. It was a close matchup, and Kansas edged out with the victory, 77 to 76 behind Melvin Council Jr., who went 13 for 27 from the field, 9 from 15 from three-point land, and 1 for 4 from the free throw line. And he finished with 36 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds. The next game we're going to talk about is Florida versus George Washington, and Florida won 80 to 70 behind Xavier Lee, who went 6 from 10 from the field, 4 from 7 from three-point land, 8 from 10 from the free throw line, and finished with 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is Vanderbilt versus Central Arkansas, and Vanderbilt won 83 to 72 behind Tyler Nickel, who went 10 for 18 from the field, 8 for 5 from the three-point line, and it was perfect at the free throw line, 2 for 2. He finished with 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is Arkansas versus Texas Tech, and Arkansas won 90 to 86 behind Trevon Brazil, who went 8 from 13 from the field, 4 from 5 from the three-point line, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And he finished with 24 points and 10 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is North Carolina won yesterday 80 to 62 behind Caleb Wilson, who went 6 for 7 from the field, 1 from the three-point line, and 7 of 13 from the free throw line. And he won. He had 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is Nebraska versus Illinois, and Nebraska won 83 to 80 behind Drew Sandsforce, who went 12 from 18 from the field, 6 from 11 from the three-point line, and was perfect from the free throw line for 2 for 2. He finished with 32 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. The next game we're going to talk about is Memphis versus Louisville, and Louisville won 99 to 73 behind Ryan Conwell, who went 5 for 11 from the field, 3 from 7 from the three-point line, and was perfect from the free throw line, 4 for 4. He finished with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is BYU was victorious in their matchup 100 to 53 behind AJ Dubanski, who went 11 from 17 from the field, 4 from 7 from the free throw line, 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. And the next game we're going to talk about was Michigan State. They was victorious over their opponent, winning 76 to 72 behind Divine Fishkochu, who went 8 from 10 from the field, 5 from 5 from the three-point line, and was perfect at the free throw line, 2 for 2. And he finished with 23 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. The next matchup we're going to talk about is UCLA versus Gonzaga, and Gonzaga won 82 to 72 behind Graham Ike, who went 9 from 16 from the field, 1 from 2 from the three-point line, and the free throw line. He was 6 for 9, and he finished with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. The next game we're going to talk about is Houston versus UNO, and Houston won 99-57 behind Chris Coles Jr., who went 5 from 9 from the field, 1 from 3 from three-point line, and was perfect from the free throw line, 4 for 4. He finished with 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. The next game we're going to talk about is Purdue versus Marquette, and Purdue won 79-58 behind Oscar Clough, who went 9 from 9 from the field, 4 from 4 from the free throw line, and he finished with 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 assist. And the next game we're going to talk about is Michigan versus Maryland, and Michigan won 101-83 behind Yakel Lindbergh, who went 8 from 11 from the field, 4 from 5 from the three-point line. It was perfect from the free throw line from 9 for 9, and he finished with 29 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. The next game we're going to talk about is Arizona versus Maryland, and Arizona won 96-75 behind Braden Burris, who went 11 and 19 from the field, 5 from 10 from the three-point line, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And he finished with 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. For all your amateur news and your men's basketball content, subscribe to Formula Park 1 on YouTube. Thank you for your support.